99. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. How are you all doing today? Yeah, I'm pretty much live now, so if you so there we go. Anyways guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, and remember guys, keep safe and keep happy and all that fun stuff. Anyways, yeah, so I will be at Anime Con in the NEC Birmingham for the 15th to the 16th of June, so feel free to come down and say hello. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy weekend last week. Anyways, shall we do some other bits and bobs? Oh, by the way, volume 5 is out now. If you want physical copies, you can go on my Ko-fi, and if you want digital copies, go on Amazon Kindle and Google Play Books. If you want to check out volume 5 or get the rest of the volumes, I will be saying that again anyways with all the starting soon stuff. I've got myself a lovely cup of tea. Tell me guys, what are you drinking right now? Let me know. Hello Stephanie, how are you doing? By the way, get Vamp the Lost Soul as an e-manga as Amazon Kindle or Google Play, and get my physical copies of Ko-fi. Teespring, Vamp the Lost Soul, get 4-leaf clover merch, Vamp the Lost Soul merch, and T-Con merch all in one place. Just go on Teespring, type in Vamp the Lost Soul, and you will find it. Yay! Also follow me on these other social medias, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and obviously Instagram and LinkedIn, all under Vamp the Lost Soul. Can't believe I actually played that one. That was brilliant. 40 clovers will be, it's not every 2 Mondays now, I've got to change that. It's every Monday now. So I'll be doing half art and then half D&D, so feel free to pop by and say hello. And if you wish to support me, there are 2 ways. You can sub on my Twitch channel at Vamp the Lost Soul, or you can donate on my Ko-fi one off, or obviously a monthly, or whatever you want to do it. Have Vamp the Lost Soul, because guess what, just type in Vamp the Lost Soul on Google and you'll find me everywhere. Or you could just click on my link on Instagram with all my updated socials. So either way, it'd be fun. So how are you all doing today? Tell me, what are you doing right now? What drinks are you drinking? I hope it's tea and not that heresy coffee. Lovely tea. Sorry. So Stephanie, how are you doing today? Sorry about that. Anyways, guys, we'll be doing my character Vamp the Lost Soul, which is Nikaya, in one of the punching bag scenes. It's just a little concept art thing I'm doing. Also, you got the Loki cam back up and running. Oh, let's get the Loki cam a bit more better. There we go. She will jump up there soon enough, guys, so do not worry, you will see her soon. Anyways, let's jump on in to the next part of the stream. Let's get the right button. There we go. So as you can see here, this is what I'm working on so far. It's not completed yet, but we are getting there. Anyways, guys, let me know what programs you are watching so far and stuff like that. Oh, is that the Chocobo theme in a very chill vein? Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, all music that I'm using is a YouTube channel called Game Chops. Go check them out. It is royalty free as long as you obviously give them the credits. Obviously I didn't mean money, but credit as in give them credit, so that's what I'm doing here. Go check it out. There's some nice funky low beats versions of a lot of popular gaming songs, so yeah, go check them out. They do some really good stuff on here, actually. It's very vibe stuff. Anyways, how are you all doing? Hope you're doing well so far, guys. Hope you're looking after yourselves. And let's see, let's get this hairdo going. And awesome. And then there we go. Awesome. So sometimes I get a little bit of focus mode. Anyways, guys, so today yeah, it's been pretty all right. Obviously I've been working in my workplace, as they say. And what you guys been up to today? Let me know. Feel free to chatter to me and I will natter back to you. Have a little bit of a natter chatter. Sorry, just having a bit of a tea there. Sorry, that Chocobo theme's in my head now. You know when you get a tune in your head, it's like do. Yeah, that Chocobo theme's right in my skull now. Tell me about it. What tunes get in your skull? Like, even when you don't want to listen to it and your brain just starts playing that song for no reason, it's like do. There we go. Right, we're just doing Nikaya's hair here, and then we'll just sort of, there we go. And then obviously, now if you're wondering why, for those who are new coming, why I leave a little gap, it's just so you know, you can see like most of the details. So unless it's like a pattern on a shirt or something, then I kind of had to cover it up, because obviously there's nothing sticking out and stuff like that to sort of there we go. Ooh, that's a very bop tune. I'll tell you what, I've been watching this new anime lately, which is called Shangri-La Online. I absolutely love it, especially the first episode. It's sort of like it's about a trash gamer who plays a lot of trash games. Literally, that's what trash gamer means. They're kind of like masochists who like to play really, really terrible games because they just enjoy like the thrill of beating a really crappy game or an unwinnable game or whatever. And then he plays like a proper RPG. And because of his because of all the trash games he plays, he knows like all the weird exploits in games. It's kind of funny, actually. It's kind of good because it's like he plays it like a proper AAA title, and then you get to see like how a trash game would play like a proper MMORPG that's not like buggy or broken or anything. It's pretty cool, actually. At first I thought it was a bit of a weird concept, and then it's like actually it's kind of a fun concept because you get to see like weird things that gamers like him would do, and it's kind of cool. I think it's called Shangri-La Online. It's pretty cool. I have a good time. Then obviously there is always like a love interest in it, but she's like very shy, and I love the fact like she has to use like that game to try and talk to him. There was just a recent episode where they finally met in game, and he didn't realize it was her, and then it was just like he was trying to escape some like dodgy like sort of thing that happened in the game, and he goes, "Oh, thanks, friend," and she took that as she talked to him instead of like him just being a little shit and running off. It's pretty good. Like, it gives me a good few chuckles, and there's obviously a few good commentary on like today's gaming and stuff like that, which yeah, you gotta love a bit of meta commentary. So I definitely highly recommend it. I'm trying to like wait for like obviously One Piece to come on dub in the UK because we've got it in sub, but I'm waiting for it in dub, if you get what I mean. Even though it's been like out for God knows how long now, it's yeah, like it's been out for like donkey's years. Even the dub has, but because I don't know, I think it's like some sort of like streaming rights, like another company's got it for now, and they're trying to like fight to get it back because now they've pretty much like merged the two companies together. So it's like, oh, for bloody hell. So it's like, let us watch One Piece in dub, god damn it. They practically own the thing because it's like, you know, since they're the ones who dubbed it officially. In a way, like obviously when a company gets bought out, it's like it's under that company's wing, so they should have the rights to it. But it's like, I'm gonna make that disappear because I think that little split in the head doesn't make any sense in my head. So yeah, there we go. And then awesome. But yeah, oh, by the way, guys, are you going to any conventions this year? Let me know, because obviously I'll be at AnimeCon UK in Birmingham in June, so it'd be lovely to sort of hear from you guys. And please feel free to pop by the convention as well to say, give me hellos and all that. It'd be really nice to sort of hear from you guys. What's this song's from? Because these are like lo-fi versions of songs. Zelda's melodies. I thought I heard a Zelda melody. You know, like when you're like, that's a Zelda song. Your brain just kind of goes like, that's a Zelda song. I know that is a Zelda song. Anyways, let's see who's stalking me when I can tap my shout out button. Who's stalking me on Twitch? No one's stalking me at the moment. I know a certain Stephanie's stalking me on the other side, I should say, because I'm not allowed to mention it because the quote-unquote exclusivity, which I think that's a little silly, but hopefully they'll rework that where I can actually talk to both chats. I have to just mention names. I can't mention where they're talking from, which is weird. Twitch is a weird thing, I tell you. Don't get me wrong, I'm finally glad they kind of moved past like, oh yes, you can multi-stream, but it's just like, but then you're defeating a whole object in it where like, I can't really say, hey, this guy's on you know what, and hi, how you doing? It's like I have to just mention names and just go, hello. You know, that's all I can do. It's like, yeah, it's a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little weird. And obviously now others can't see. And another weird thing that Twitch is doing, actually, this is super weird, and I have to be, even I'm thinking a bit, oh god, about this, is the whole thing of, like, it's really weird. They have this whole thing of, you can't talk to you can sort of respond, but you can't say, oh, it's on, they're talking from this. And you can't put the chat on stream because it advertises the competitor, which is really weird. It's like, well, you're allowed multi-streaming, but you're doing these weird rules, which makes no goddamn sense. It's very weird. Really weird. I don't know why. It's just super bloody weird. But there you go. And like I say, I know there's been a lot of, not backlash, but feedback for Twitch. And it's like, look, what is the point? You know, we need to be able to chat to folks as well and be able to sort of talk to them. I do kind of get, you shouldn't encourage them jumping on other platforms. You should just let them chill on the platform they're on. And yeah, that I kind of get. But what I don't get is, you know, you have to like talk to them in such a way, and you're not allowed to integrate chat from other places. And it's like, that's a little like, come on now. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, even my brain is like, you should be able to do that because it is a little silly. It's a bit too silly, as Monty Python says. It's a little too silly. But there you go. What do I know, mate? What do I know? I'm just a T-cultist. I'm just a leader of the T-cult. I'm just, you know, I'm just good for indoctrinating people into T-cult. Like, what do I know about sensibilities and being sensible? Not me. Obviously not me. God, that's a lovely cup of tea. I'm not going to say so myself that I made so. Do. Yeah, that's another Zelda song. I think it's I think it's Epona's song, or was it like the main one where you travel in the overworld? Let me look it up. Lost Woods. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know why I was thinking Epona's song, because it's like that song is like in a lot, and I mean in a lot of Zelda games. Like it's like one of those. It's a main staple tune of the game series. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's a lot more different than this. Like, this is just a lo-fi, like, you know, chill out version of the whole thing. So. But when you listen to it, it's like, yeah, I know that tune. I keep thinking like tunes like that. No, because Epona's song is quite more chill, isn't it? If I remember. And that's from, is it Ocarina of Time I'm thinking of? I'm definitely thinking of Ocarina of Time. But yeah. I need to play more Zelda games, dude. I'll tell you what, I need to, because I actually managed to get my hands on it. Have I got the N64 version, or have I got it on my 3DS? I need to finish off, what do you call it? The Majora's Mask. Oh god, the mechanics like do my noggin in on that one. Like, and I don't mean it's a bad thing. It's just more of, I have to get used to sort of going back in time sort of thing. Like, it has like a sort of weird mechanic. Like, you know, you have to like do things within a certain amount of days, then go back in time, but you have to complete it by that time. Then it doesn't change by the time you get back, and you have to kind of keep doing that until you get like the thing you want. It's really weird. Like, my brain can't get used to that. Like, anything with time travel shenanigans, my brain just goes, the fuck. Like, it is a bit it is a bit a lot to take in, I have to admit. Like, mechanical wise, it's a lot to take in, and it's like, you're not just trying to play the game, but you have to be strategic how you spend those 3 days in game. Obviously, it's not 3 days in total. Like, I think like a day in game time is like a couple hours or something like that. But yeah, it's like you kind of have to sort of strategize. I think that wasn't it like a complete guide of how to actually spend your time properly, like in the Persona games, like when you have a month for a heist or something, and then you kind of have to like spend each day in game like how to do what you want to do, if you get what I'm saying. And I get, because it's not as open worldy Persona. I do love Persona. to be honest, I've only just, after my first playthrough, I kind of get in the grasp of how to time manage, because the problem is with like stuff like Persona and that, like you have to be like very on point with your social life in the game, because you know, you got to know when to dungeon dive, when to not to dungeon dive, because you might miss like very specific moments in game that you miss events, and that's it, you've missed it for your entire playthrough, and then you have to kind of be mindful in the next playthrough to do that thing. And luckily after every playthrough, like say if you like became BFFs with a character and you build up your friendship level, it does kind of give you an item to build out your friendships like a lot faster, which thank fuck for that, I'm not gonna lie. Persona is definitely like, I would definitely play that game and again, because you could have multiple playthroughs and you could like get a somewhat better result each time. I think that's how like, I don't know, how do I say like how that works is because at the end of, and I think this is every Persona game, because I've only played 5 and I'm on my way playing through 4 at the moment. It's sort of like you build up your friendships and then yeah, it's it's kind of hard because it's like an RPG slash social simulator slash like you kind of have to run against the clock, because obviously story wise you have to, like if you fail a mission within a certain amount of days, that's it, it's game over, you've lost. But yeah, it's, I have to admit though, like as much as my brain can't wrap around it, I do love games like with mechanics like that. Like you are on a time limit and you have got to sort of maximize your time in the game, if you get what I mean. And obviously when games offer like multiple playthroughs so you can get better at it and you get items that help you get better at it, it's I do like games like that because it kind of gives you like, instead of like, oh, fight through, over level yourself, boom, you win. It kind of gives you a lot more strategy and to get the best ending. Yeah, I kind of like games like that, or games like where you got multiple endings, where you have to really think through what you're doing, how you're going to do it, stuff like that. Games with consequences. I think this is why I like D&D so much, because you can install those consequences on, and yeah, and you know, you can play it your way, and I think that's what I like about the game so much. It is a bit of a vibe, actually. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna grab my tea here. Let's see who's stalking me on Twitch at the moment. So we have got JP Dude, I know you there. Akra EU, I love that name. And Doku and Soko. Welcome to the stream. I'm Vamp the Lost Soul, and I am an artist. I do my own manga series called Vamp the Lost Soul, and yeah, I do also D&D on here, and we chill on vibe, and a lot of derailments happen in our games. Hope you're all doing well. Tell me, what games have you been playing? All right, okay, so guys, tell me what game you have played that has the most unique, this unique mechanic. Now, this could be like a really strange mechanic, but it's really fun. So this could be like an actual computer game, a board game, anything, absolutely anything, guys. Feel free to slam me and go, hey, you know, and then yeah, tell me all about it. I would love to hear your review about this. You never know, I might pick it up myself, you know, whatever game it might be. What's the weirdest board game I played? Actually, not the weirdest, like something with a unique mechanic, but it's quite fun. Like, I think actually there is one I got in mind, and it is a strange little game, but it's got such a fun mechanics in it. It's called Wizard Battles Tower, and you have to kind of construct a spell together with the hand, what cards you have in your hand, and it could sound really stupid or something, and then you kind of have to sort of like do damage to your opponents, and then like sort of like the first one that gets knocked out wins, and then you sort of like become like king of the tower or something. I can't remember like how it fully is done. I've got it somewhere, but it's a really weird game, and all the art stuff looks like something out of like, you know, like Metal Gear posters that you can get in that you can get when you go to a gig, and you get these like weird, really weird illustrations, but they look cool as fuck, but they're weird. It sort of has those sorts of like old school metal gig illustrations. If anyone's gone gigging, you know exactly what I'm on about. But yeah, it's got like those weird illustrations, and it is really cool. I think it's called like Wizard's Battle Tower or something. It is pretty cool. I'll definitely recommend that. Like, that's a board game with some really weird ass mechanics, and it's a card game as well. And I think you kind of have to give the Wizard Tower to the winner or something, like every other turn. Hey, what's up, JP? I heard you out me for a lurking a minute ago. That's a great thing about Shout Button. I can say, I can see you. Every move you make. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, JP. How are you doing? How you been doing? I hope life has been treating you well. But yeah, it's been going well at the moment. Yeah, I've been pretty chilling at the moment. You know, we got AnnoyCon literally wore me out. There was like a lot going on, and I was like exhausted. And there was a lot of things. Obviously, you'll hear more in my review, because I think there's a few things the convention needs to work on. Because I think London didn't go as great as Birmingham. Birmingham went like super fucking well, where London had teething problems, but I think there was reasons behind that. Anyways, what you been up to? What artwork have you been up to, JP? My fellow DM. Excited to hear your review. Excited to hear your review of the con. Always interested to hear you talk about that stuff. Yeah, it's I can't wait either, because I think sometimes people need an insight of what we do at cons and what we need to do to prepare, and what we have to consider when going to a con and stuff like that. And I think it is good, because it kind of also, it gives us artists a chance to call out stuff. And I don't mean in a, you're being a dick, fuck you. Like, as in, look, guys, this ain't good, but this is a good thing you did, and this is a bad thing you did, and this is what you could do better, as a suggestion. And I think doing it in that format, as long as you keep it professional, I think they would actually listen to you. Apart from certain cons. CC. Sorry, I had a bit of rusty, but I don't. Yeah. But I have noticed generally when I give these sorts of reviews to cons, they listen. They really listen, especially the small ones, because they do want to hear your thoughts. And those are the people who are passionate about the community at large. So they want to do sort of their best by it. So I'm hoping that once they listen to this review, they'll be like, okay, so yeah, this is stuff we need to work on. Because I know I've definitely got their ear in a way. So, because they know I promote the crap out of them, so they definitely, I think, are interested to hear what I have to say. Recently, I've been doing a token for a big boss enemy recently. Oh yes, I think you did, but we haven't shown it off. Right, we're going to show some art by you lovely people, obviously. So we're just going to show it off here for now, and I think we've got to scroll up a little bit, because obviously we weren't looking at other people's art for a bit. So obviously last week's left off, we got this Monster Hunter thing, which is a bit of a meme, which I fucking love. Obviously this is by Moshishi. Obviously some sort of concept art for her character, which is kind of cool. And this I love. This gives you big Persona 4 vibes. I'm not sure if you feel the same way. I've got to see about getting the cons to connect with other artists local to me. Yeah. Definitely do it. I highly recommend it. It's a good experience. What I would recommend, if you can get an artist friend to share a table with, do that, gain some experience, and then do what you feel like needs to be done. I love this. The tattoos on the face. It looks beautiful. I don't know why. It's giving me big Emperor Mankind vibes, but I love it. I'm here for that. I'm here for Big E. This, though. Oh, look at that. That looks very beautifully done, and I love it. I'm here for it. Very, very here for it right now. But yeah, that's I think that's all the new arts that you lovely artists have been thrown at me recently. But yeah, look at that. Very beautifully done, guys. Thank you for the lovely art, and yeah, keep it going. What's this song? I recognize this song. No, it's something we recognize. Oh, Minute the Forest. That's why I recognized it. I was like, I recognize that tune somewhere. By the way, JP, what is the weirdest game, or like, it doesn't have to be board, like just computer game, it could be a board game. Like, what's the weirdest but funnest board game you ever played? I want to know, because obviously it'd be great to get some sort of fun recommendations from people, especially like something with like odd or unique mechanics. And I think we need more games like this. I was talking about like the Wizard Battle game, which have like very like fun and unique mechanics. Actually, Unstable Unicorns I fucking love. Oh, Unstable Unicorns, brilliant. I love it. It's, to be honest, it has like, the mechanic wise, it's nothing too different than most other, like, you know, not trading card, but like box sort of card games. Like, your goal is either get like, you know, a certain amount, you know, sort of from your hand and that. But it's fun. It's fun because it kind of plays like a trading card game, but it's not a trading card game, if you know what I mean. So like, the goal is you have to get 7 unicorns in your stable, but you could do a lot of things to screw each other over, but it plays like a trading card game, if you get what I mean. Like, I have to admit, that's kind of pretty weak. The game that plays like a trading card game without actually being a trading card game, which sounds really fucking weird. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend doing cons. It's an experience. What I say is, I don't know what it's like with fan art in the US, but there are a lot of bigger cons that are trying to, well, I say trying to, but I think they gave up a little bit more recently. But I know some cons are trying to crack down on fan art recently, so obviously because of copyright reasons and not get into trouble, because obviously some companies are getting a bit iffy about things like that now. So silliest one I played years ago was Happy Little Dinosaurs. How'd you play that? That does actually sound quite fun. How do you play Happy Little Dinosaurs? Or because it does sound like something like silly and unique. I have to admit, I think, actually, tell a lie, I wouldn't say this is the oddest game, but it's a sort of, it has a unique mechanic. Odin's Ravens is pretty good. It's a card game where you need to go, try not to get instinct before your opponent. And they called it Happy Dinosaurs. Oh god, that's funny. I love like what the game is called because of the sheer irony of it. Like, that is absolutely sheer fucking irony, and I'm here for it. I'm absolutely down, and I'm down for that shit, and I love it. Yeah. So I tell you, I just can't get that out of my head. Happy Little Dinosaurs. Oh god. Just the fact, like, the whole game is not getting Instinct in the title of the game. Just fucking brilliant, man. That's like Giga Brain move. There's one I play called Odin's Ravens, which is a purely 2-player game. And you have like this sort of, you kind of plan out a path. You kind of have certain cards in the middle already to have the path for your ravens. And like, you can kind of like skip over routes and that, and then you have to kind of go back through your opponent's route. And then you got your hand, which can screw over your opponent, because you can alter the path and play certain things that will stop your opponents from sort of like getting to the finish line. So that's actually kind of interesting in and on itself. It's called Odin's Ravens. Give it a go. It's a good 2-player game. I think it kind of lasts for about, I would say it lasts for about a good solid 15 to 30 minutes, depending how long someone takes to take their turn. It's a quick little game. It's easy, sort of easy to learn, but hard to master. Like, you know what everything does, but you kind of have to master it in a way where you would choose a victory, because it's not about trying to get your opponent killed. It's about trying to get somewhere before your opponent, which is yeah, it's pretty unique actually. And it's sort of like a card slash like board game, because the cards are on the board. Really weird. Actually, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, that's a bit weird, but it's really good. Oh, thank you, Kofi Bot. Please, reminder, if you do want to support me, I do have a Ko-fi. You can get my banger on there. You could get like you can commission me on there. Yeah, you could do it one-off or monthly. Your choice. But yeah, anyways, just feel free to drop by if you do wish to support me. Anyway, sorry. Thank you, Kofi Bot. Now back to the program at hand. What sort of cons are you looking at, by the way? Are you just going to start with a small one or a big one? To be honest with you, I think you can easily start with a big one. Like, I think a big con can do you some good. But what I would say is, just don't go by Repop, because any con by Repop is now getting like so corporate. Like, even like us artists are getting really fed up with them because of it. And they've screwed over a lot of us because of it as well. So, a lot of bad vibes between artists and Repop lately. So, well, the trouble is I have nothing to sell for prints. Right. JP, I am going to give you a link, right? And you can get these done for super fucking cheap. And I believe they do deliver to your door as well. Because they start out as a sort of... Can I do mixm.com? Perfect. And do they do it in dollars? Yes, they do dollars. So yeah, so they do it. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it to you because they are super cheap. I got 1,000 prints of all my normal prints for dirt cheap. And trust me, mate, like, hold on, I'm going to give you the link now. Because they do US delivery now. So there you go. They are cheap, they are really good quality, and they are absolutely fucking affordable. So I do recommend them. Their customer service is really nice as well. Oh, not for lack of print resources. I work for a print company. I just don't have the art. That'd be... Oh, dude. Dude, you say that, and I'm like, I looked at your art. Trust me, you have got good enough art. Like, I have seen... Like, and I know this is going to sound really horrible to some artists. I have seen like a lot of beginner artists at beginner level, and some of them do well at cons. Like, some of the level of art with some of the artists in there is like even like, you know, I don't consider myself like a pro. I may consider myself experienced at best, and like, there are other artists in there that have either like are from beginners, you know, to pros, and mate, seriously, like you have nothing to worry about. Trust me, some of the prints I've seen at cons, even I'm like, yeah, it has its problems, but you know, I see potential, and I see artists like I don't know, like, let me have a look at your artworks. To be honest, your fantasy stuff, and with D&D being huge at the moment, I can see people buying your prints. Like your Lich guy, you've got your, like, you saw like your ethereal dude there. Like some that, like the Gobrock is very good. Because the thing is, if I ever make it big as a manga artist, what I want to do is sell, either do like a license thing, either one of two ways. Either like I would go, look, just give me 10% royalty, or you pay for a yearly license to do fan art of my stuff. And then at least then that I can say, well, that's my royalty. Just submit the artwork that you're going to print and sell, just to make sure it's appropriate in that, and then that be it. But seriously, like that Gobrock pin, fucking love. But yeah, you've definitely got some good shit. Like, I'm looking at some of your stuff right now, and even I could say, yeah, I'll buy it as a print. So yeah, like But if I ever make it big, that's something I do want to set up, because I want my fans, like I say, I get the general grievances with fan artists who sell their prints, because and this is something where me and Archie we've been chatting about and debating, and not in a fuck you sort of way, but more in a sort of, we actually had general deep conversations about this, where artists want to do their own original works, but fan art seems to always, they produce more and more and more, and people it's very hard to get people into your own IP. And the thing is, my advice has been, you just grind. You just get people to give you a chance. And in conventions, if you're going to do your original IP, you need to be a people person. You need to be chatty. You need to be out there. Even if you're introvert or half the time, you need to sort of sell yourself, if you get what I mean, to get out there. And people like I say, when it comes to the internet, I shit at it. But when it's face to face, people have gone, I didn't know how much of a salesman you really are. And this is just so I can get people to give my books a chance and look at it and stuff like that. It's actually and because I'm a people person anyways, I think it kind of works naturally for me. And because I've had experience in the past with other people and showed me their sales tactics, it sort of helped me in the long run. But anyways, about with the fan art thing. So yeah, the problem is, there's the big copyright issue, because if you get caught by a company, it's a big no-no, and they could get you kicked out of any con and blacklisted, click of a snap of a finger, and it's always a risk. However, if companies give sort of expressive permission, I think the guys who make Genshins give big permission for fan art and stuff. But yeah, and also it can be really shitty when, and this is not me being horrible, but you put your own works out there and someone has only just literally done just fan art all over and done no original work, and they sell harder because it's not it's good or anything, but it's a fan art of a Pikachu, and it's fuck's sake, really? And I get it, it is people's expressions and that, and I get that, but at the same time, it's sort of dude, come on, I've worked my bollocks off to come up with an original concept, and it can be a bit frustrating. But at the end of the day, I know they're doing it because when they try to put their original works out there, people haven't shown interest, and it is hard to sort of get people to get interested in your stuff. So it's easier to make money off fan art. And this is why if I'm going to do something, I want to launch something and hope other companies follow suit, and at least then there's sort of a harmonious sort of thing between IP and artists. And I hope it will sort of lead to the point is, obviously, if they submit artwork for fan art selling and they get the license and that, and they might go, oh, that artwork's really lovely, I want to hire that artist to do this project for me. You know what I mean? I want to try and create that bridge, because when it comes to work experience, and this is something I've experienced at college and that, there was no placement for someone who I would love to do concept art. I like to create new characters and stuff like that, or storyboards. And it's really hard to find a workplace placement for that in Britain. I don't know what it is for, without being horrible, there's no real placements for artists like us in the UK. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but it is very hard to get a work experience placement there. And then you get all these jobs that I'm looking at the moment. It's oh, you need this much experience. And it's yeah, you're losing all your experienced guys, but we need to get in there. So JP, seriously, don't be afraid. There are a lot of your artworks I have seen, and it has a shit ton of appeal. These are artworks that I would buy personally in my mindset. This, right? I'm just going to show everybody. Example, this I know I would buy, because it just looks fucking awesome. That I would buy. It's so cool. What else have we got? Pin badges of this. This I would buy. Because you're a streamer, you can use your streamer as your marketing tactic. You know, pins like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, like I'm like scrolling through. I wish I could just kind of bring up your stuff, but if you look at architect, like this I would, again, yes, 100% buy. You know, stuff like this is sort of all Final Fantasy. So I just listened to it, I was like, ooh. But yeah, like your artwork, you definitely got a lot of stuff I would buy. So anyways, let's bring this back up. So yeah, my biggest advice is just find your best stuff that you can put in a nice A4 or HD print, and just go for it. Because the worst that could happen is you lose a bit of money on the table. Like that's the worst you could happen, and it can be frustrating. However, with your artwork, if you are a good enough people person and a good salesman, which, to be honest, if you want to be a good salesman, hold on, I'm just turned down my mic because it's hitting the red bit, and I don't want it hitting red. But yeah, but like I say, is you just need to be a people person and a salesman. And to be honest, putting that persona on is actually a lot easier than you think. Like there are days where I am not feeling it, and I'm just like, no, you get my ass in, just get my ass in and just do it. Because it is good experience, and I think it does build your confidence overall. Just try not to expect good sales, because I got lucky with Volume 1 when it released at MCM. Like I managed to do a 50-book sale, and it's like that. I've never beaten my record since. I've gotten close a few times, but not beaten it. So, you know, I've been pretty lucky because, again, I've learned off a lot of people. I know how to sell my books. I know what my stuff is about. Yeah, that is my like biggest advice for anyone who hasn't done a con yet and wants to do a con. It's you could use, oh yeah, thank you. I'm glad you think the stuff is already making this print worth it. Yeah, it will be print worth it, dude. Like I said, I have seen a lot more amateur stuff and it sells because it's got that unique vibe to it. Like seriously, as an artist, and this is my advice to anybody, do not ever sell yourself short, because once you sell yourself short, that's when people can take advantage, and that's a big thing, especially if you don't think you're good enough. And the thing is, and this is something I've always said to artists, is what you gotta have this mindset. Because there's this artist, right, who I've befriended recently from AnimeCon Birmingham last year. He is a lovely guy, and he's a lovely artist, and his artwork is really beautiful. Actually, I'm gonna get him up, so just so you can see, because he follows me and he likes all my stuff. So hold on, just do that, click that, there we go. Just wanna, so this is called Xena Heldor. Like if you look at this person's artwork, like this person's like not very confident with themselves, and you look at this artwork that they've done, like it's beautiful, and that is their biggest improvement. Like I've looked at the work and I could tell which one was their newer one and the older one. And this guy takes months on an artwork piece, and he says, I want to speed up, but I don't know how to do it. And something I have noticed, oh look, there's a bit of a WIP here. So something I've noticed that he does that I believe would benefit him is sort of hold on, sorry, close that down now. But just so I show you an example, what he does is he puts his mindset that he has to be perfect, and he has to be 100%. The artwork has to be 100% and stuff like that. And the last artwork he did, which was one of his best works in my opinion, only took him 2 months instead of 4. And I think that's the reason being is I gave him the tip, and I'm hoping that was me who helped. If I did, thank you. If I haven't, still groovy. Is you got to be in the mindset of you can't be 100% perfect. There's no such thing as perfection in art. you're better off getting it 80% perfect, move on, learn from your mistakes, learn what you did well, and use that to inform your later works and make yourself a better artist. Because ever since I took on that mentality, I've actually started to notice huge improvements in my art style. I'm not sure if you guys noticed it, but I have. And yeah, it's something I think people just need to be a little bit aware of. Just try not to be perfect, because if you try to be perfect, it shows in the artwork and you get burned out and you hate yourself and you quit because you can't be perfect. Like I've said, even the best Renaissance artists that I've looked in galleries, I've noticed little mistakes here and there. And you got to see it at the end of the day, to see it as your signature. Like, see it as a sign of, yeah, you just need to grow a little bit more, and you just need to grow and move on. Like, and there is no such thing as perfection. And I've been teaching kids this. There's no such thing as perfection, only to learn, grow, and move on. You know? And it's always good to look back at your stuff and just learn from it, instead of going, oh shit, it's not good, I can't get anything out of this. Yeah, no, you can get something out of every artwork. Even if it's terrible, it's a learning experience. You are teaching yourself as an artist to be better. And yeah, that's something I've been trying to teach people. There is no such thing as perfection, only growth. No such thing as talent, only growth and passion and love. But yeah, anyways, sorry. Let's read what JP said to me. I definitely would need to work for a sales forward attitude. Is your strategy just to be friendly with people or getting people to talk about themselves? Okay, so there's a whole bunch of strategies I use. So the biggest strategy I use is I say hello to people. How are you? This is, so say you come to my table, JP. I'd be like, hi, how are you? How's your day? Are you enjoying your con? What's your favorite bit? They say their favorite bit, or they just say, nah, just got here, whatever, and just go, would you like to have a read? And because I've got a manga, I literally, you can see my body, like how I turn my body and point to my, like, if my hands were showing, it'd be pointed to my books. Like, would you like to have a read? They have a little read, they ask me what's about, I make my shitty Twilight joke, I get giggles or I don't get giggles, but it's still, they see I'm trying my best. And then they kind of, I also say, like, just read through my book. I tell you, give them the general synopsis, have a conversation, and they put down and go, oh, it's really good. Can I pick up a business card? I go, well, if you're interested, I give them a price. And they'll go, oh, they'll either go, oh, yeah, buy it. Or they'll go, where can I get it? Can I have a business card? I'll be like, yeah, here you go. Give them the updates and say, look, my business card's a bit old. If you go on my Instagram and go on my link thing on my Instagram profile, you'll get all my updated social medias. And, you know, and then bada bing, bada boom. Sometimes I get sales, sometimes I don't. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. And that's something you need to also know is don't get discouraged, because you're going to get 10 no's before you get one yes. Look, the whole point is to get people to your table. Get them to your table. Get them looking at your art. Get them, like, you know, oohing and ahhing and wowing them and having a conversation with them. Like, you just got to be reading the person. If you don't want to talk about more about themselves, talk about what's up. One thing I know works really well is talking about their cosplay if they're in cosplay. How did you make this? This looks wonderful. Even if it looks amateur, if they've done something really well, point it out to them and ask them how they did it. Because sometimes they were saying, no, I bought it, or actually I made this, and they go into the whole thing of what they made it. And I was like, ooh. And you learn things as well, which is really cool. I like learning things, so that's pretty cool too. So yeah, it's you know, like I say, these are sales tactics that absolutely work for me. Not all the time, you know, it is a 50-50 shot. And like I say, just be prepared to get rejected a little bit. You will get certain dickheads who make a snide comment, but don't let that phase you. Just keep going. Just keep fucking going, because you will get those sales. You know, amp yourself up, hype yourself up, go, this is going to be a good con, and just hype yourself. And at least then, like, you know, just feel excited, because if you feel excited, they are excited. Hey, Novi Bear, how you doing? Sorry. Every time I see Novi Bear, I think Yogi Bear. Novi Bear, smarter than the average bear. Anyways, how you been doing, Novi? Hope you're having a good day. So I was talking to JP how I sell my books in cons and stuff like that, and working and lurking, fair enough. But yeah, but generally sales-wise, you just be legit. Like, I'm always interested in cosplay, so it works for me that way. I'm always interested in other people and how their day's going, what their favorite bits, because maybe I can go check it out myself if I got free time. If I got the free time, that is. But yeah, it's take a genuine interest in people. I think that's what it is. Be genuine. Don't be hardcore salesman, because I've done that once or twice. Doesn't work. Never ever works. You know, sometimes that could be me doing it out of panicking, because sometimes I do it out of panicking because I'm like, oh shit, I haven't made my table back, got to work harder, and I've got to stop doing that. But just sort of just be natural, be yourself, be upbeat and bubbly. Yeah, just don't go, check out my work. Just be like, hey, how are you? Just be excited. Be excited to meet people. Even if you're introvert, just be excited, be genuinely interested in them, be interested in their cosplays. Ask them if you want to take pictures of cosplays. Something you should do. Do videos. Do con videos, because con videos you can because you're not just showing yourself and your works, you're showing what's going on in the con, you're showing interest in others. That also is a good sales tactic as well, because it's not just for yourself, it's for others. But I had a little review part, so my video's just going to take longer to do. To be honest, I might be doing a stream. I might ask Lee to do a stream with me where we talk about the con, or just maybe do a video, one or two, and we're going to add that into the video. But yeah, I think my real advice is just be yourself. Be genuinely interested in others. Be interested in their cosplays. You know, be excited with them about the con. Be legit. Don't try and fake it, because you fake it, they sense it. Trust me, con goers can sniff you out for a mile if you're like not being interested in them. That's what's being a good salesman is to read the audience and know them well, and to know it well enough when to be genuine and when to be fake. And to be honest, 9 out of 10 fake never works, because I think with the shit that's been happening with Hasbro and stuff like that, I think people can get a genuine sense when you're being fake now, because they're getting so fed up with it. And personally, like, I can feel that vibe too. I can vibe to that. Just be generally human, like, as well. Like, obviously don't cry in front of the audience or whatever. Like, don't do that. But, you know, tell them how you're feeling. You know, sometimes people are genuinely interested in your sales and like, how's your sales going? Just be honest with them. I've noticed just being honest with people is a good way to go. I think it's a good way to be a good salesman. Because I think doing the whole Sabab is never admit you made a mistake is a bullshit move. And once people detect that bullshit, that's when your perfect armor cracks, and it's just not human as well. And it's, no, just 20 layers of nope. Like I say, a good salesman will know how to read their audience, in my opinion. It is all about just knowing your audience well enough and trusting them well enough that, you know, you're being as legit as possible. Is my stream not popping up? I'm sorry, I'm just checking my stream health. No, it is. It was just being... my Twitch feed was just being fucking weird. It was being weird. Oh, I forgot to say, don't forget to, obviously, if you got a free Amazon Twitch subscription, feel free to sub to me. Seriously, it does help me out. It helps me grow and all that fun stuff. And the more, obviously, I get, the more I can do for you guys on stream. And that would be awesome, because I am trying to hit, like, to a point where I do want to sort of come out of retail. I am looking for jobs that now outside of retail, but right now, like, my dream is either to get the job of my dreams or at least sort of settle for like streaming and becoming a full-time mangaka. But obviously, you know, especially when I'm self-published. Like, this is something I would advise. Being a self-published mangaka, I wouldn't say it's not for the faint of heart. I would say just be prepared to shell out. Like, yeah, you can do it in cheap ways and that, but you do have to grow. Any ideas on moves the most at cons? Between small prints without frame. I would say small prints do sell. Holographic prints have been the range lately, but I would say wait a little while until you produce a specific like holographic print artwork worthy thing, because I am actually working on stuff like that. Stickers, badges seem to be good sellers. I tell you what, actually, because you're an anime fan yourself and as a D&D player, something you could do is bookmarks. Bookmarks could be a good thing, especially if you put monster stats on them and stuff like that. If you can make your stuff engaging in some way, that actually is a big boon. I've had someone who's done a book of monsters and they haven't done D&D stats on them, but they give them like sort of like top trump stats, and then DMs can translate it into their own retrospective tabletop RPGs. That's actually a really cool move, and that actually got me genuinely interested in their stuff and me wanting to buy their stuff. Which means I'd have to find the artist. I really do have to find the artist to sort of get the book off them, because I really wanted that book actually. But yeah, prints definitely, badges, stickers. I would say with frames, not usually. People. Oh, actually, something as a sales point, a little tip. Get something to protect the prints, or maybe like little paper bags. People love artists who can do that. Yeah, because I need to do that for myself, because I put my books in protective covers so it protects their books. And trust me, works like a fucking charm every time. Next step for me is to get paper bags. I want to get VGLS custom made paper bags, and I want to get them done on the cheap, because I can then do that for free with a purchase. If they purchase something, I do it for free. And yeah, it is a little bit of money that you kind of have to be willing to throw away, but little things like that, protective sleeves with like stiff backing so their prints get protected, even if it's a little oversized, because it means they can put other prints in there. Like I say, badges, stickers do sell. Have a chat with other artists, because obviously my books are the things that sell the most out of everything. And yeah, so, but yeah, it's sort of stuff like that, I would say. No frames, unless you could put a fun little gimmick on it and make a frames yourself, but that will obviously take a lot of time for you guys. T-shirts, apparel. If you could get apparel and get them with you in a con and you're allowed to use apparel, get like t-shirts sell well as well. That's also a big thing, so I would just start off with prints, anything small, cheap that you can produce quite quickly. Sorry, I just realized my soundbar should have been moved a little bit. Oh, I love this tune. This is from Final Fantasy VII, I think. Yeah, it's like a chocobo. Oh no, this is from Final Fantasy IX. Thought it was Final Fantasy VII. I was like, ooh, dude, that looks awesome. But yeah, definitely, I would say number one, prints. Number two, something gimmicky out to you with either a bookmark kind of thing, stickers, badges. You know, those are the things generally would sell. But I would say overall, if you can get a book on something, like, I don't know, because the monsters you create, I think you could easily make a monster guide for D&D players. Like, that would be really fucking cool. I'm not being funny, but I would, if I looked at that, or even cards without stats on it, that'd be actually cool. Bookmarks are actually a killer idea. Yeah, something handy as well. Anything handy and artistic would be an idea as well. T-shirts as well, stuff like that. Dude, actually, JP, I think this would be good. If you could do prints with your monsters and make really fancy stat cards for your monsters and abilities, like for your own custom monsters, make it compatible for 5e or any TTRPG, people would lap that up. And I think for you, it'd be like it'd be actual like a almost like a trading card, but it'd be like a stat card. That'd be kind of cool, because if you could sell those separately, and then once you build up enough of that, you can then make your own monster compendium. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I would buy that. I personally would buy it as a D&D player, because D&D and tabletop RPGs in general have blown up so much. Like, you could easily get away with doing that, and people would lap it up. I know I would. What else? What else I know is that sells well in cons. Because to be honest, I am looking into making new merch now. Because now my badges and my chibi magnets are gone, I'm now opened up for new merch. I'm looking into bookmarks personally. Like, for me, I think bookmarks are definitely going to be a thing. There we go. Sorry, just sort of... but yeah. Guys, if you've done cons as well, chime in. Help JP out. What other merch can he do that can help sort of like do sales in cons? Or tell me, if you go to cons yourself, tell JP what you would buy. Because trust me, I would love the community's input on this. Because obviously I mainly sell my books, but I am looking at, like, foil prints are definitely super popular of late. And I can see why, because it's like, even I've looked at it and went, ooh, shiny, I want to buy. Like, I've done that. I've looked at it and gone, I want to buy shiny. Even though I can't afford it, yeah, shiny. But yeah, there we go. And then just sort of, and then get the rubber and just sort of fix up the points a bit. Sort of, that's it. And then, oops. What I meant to do is that. There we go. Sounds like you got a pretty solid. Sounds like you got a pretty solid rise. I typically buy key. Fuck! What did I not think about? Key. You literally pointed out something I forgot all about. Keychains and charms. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, keychains and charms would be a good one. But I would say most of all, do something that's unique to you as well. Give a big selling point, because that's what I thought. Just to be honest, JP, you create a lot of your own stuff. Stat cards and stuff like that for your D&D stuff would be really cool. But yeah, oh, there we go. And just sort of, but yeah, keychains and charms. Yeah, I forgot. I need to do that, actually. I feel, because of my new chibi style, I might need to start making like VTLS and maybe T-Cult keychains and charms. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys would be up for it, but would you be up for me making chibi VTuber charms? Because I need to do some VTuber art stuff as well, like prints and stuff. So if you're more into like my VTuber stuff than my art, than my books, that might actually be an avenue I need to look at. Thank you, Novi Bear. That's actually a bit of a tip that I forgot about. I need to look into that myself, actually. See, Novi, that's some brilliant input, actually. Even I'm looking at it. T-Bear, that was very valuable input, because even I forgot about that. I think we're pretty much done. Now we just need to put the background together, and have I got the time maps on this, by the way? Yes, I do. Yep, cool. What I think I'm gonna do, just to clean up a little bit, I'm gonna get a fade brush, fade thing on. So some bits I'm not really liking about this. I don't doubt. Oh crap. I just realized I fucking goofed. There we go. Right. Let's not goof. Jump on that. Get a bigger brush and just sort of, oh, no, edit undo. Maybe just do that. There we go. That I think was a little messy. But yeah, I want to look into that actually. Guys, would you be down for that? Like, let me know. Like, what merch would you like to have me have? Because I know I've got a lot of stuff on Teespring, but I want to know what you guys actually want. Like, from, like, do you want like more Vamp the Lost Soul merch, like keychains and stuff, for me to sell at cons if I ever come to your way? Or like VTuber stuff as well, like keychains and stuff, like obviously, or 4-leaf clover stuff if I could get away with it. Let me know. Actually, I would actually like to know. This would be like my little survey to you guys. actually. So like, let me know, obviously, what kind of stuff would you like to see me do in future for cons? Because I think actually that's an important thing. Is I think it would be important for you guys to tell me this, because it would be nice, because I am actually looking at new merch now, because I got rid of my old badges, I've gotten rid of my old magnets, because I tell you what, I forgot to tell you the story at AnimeCon. All my old badges that have been with me for like, I think it's like 10, 11, 12 years even now, they've all rusted. I couldn't, like, at AnimeCon London, I picked them out, and it's like, oh shit, my badges are gone, they've rusted. I can't do anything with them. So I had to get rid of them all. Like, my magnets sold out, but yeah, the badges were gone. The badges are all gone. So it's like, ah, shit. To be honest, it was really old merch, and I've probably more than made up the money back for it since. So, like, through my books and that. So I don't think it's that bad. But at the same time, I was like, oh shit. You know when you just do that oh shit look on your face, you're like, oh yeah, I done fucked up. But well, I don't think I done fucked up. It was more of, oh shit, my merch is so old, it literally started to rust. old man style, which was like, holy crap. That, to be honest, that was a really weird experience for me to go, my merch was that old, it rusted, holy shit. But also it gives me a good excuse to kind of like start replacing the new merch with the old merch. If you get, like, I can actually replace that merch now instead of just having new prints, because obviously my old prints weren't selling at all, and I was like, I need new prints, man, I need to get new prints. So I kind of had to sort of jump into that head first. But now I can actually go, right, I'm free to do like what do people want? Let's see what people want. Let's push and see what's going on here. I've never sold things personally, but I have helped with making the pins and using hand press from. Oh, okay. Oh fuck, that's something I could do. See, things like that would be helpful feedback, but I have to admit, I don't know. Pins. Would pins be a thing? If I made pins? I have to look into that, see how much they cost. See if I can find, like, get them done, if I can get them done, like, decently, but on the cheap as well. But yeah, that's something to look into, actually. Pins might be a good avenue for me. I might have to start with something cheap and cheery, simple. Oh, do you know what I'm actually looking into, guys? And I might have to do a Kickstarter for it and maybe like awards, like books and that, is I'm looking into proper anime VTLS standees. I'm actually looking into them. And it's like, yeah, some of it's like super expensive, but it's like some of the stuff is like, yeah, I can do this. And it's actually pretty cool. So I'm just letting you guys know, like, I am actually looking into that stuff right now, and I'm like, actually, this could be properly feasible if I could do it correct. If I could get it right and I could nail it, it would look really fucking cool. But I'm gonna have to, like, again, just really look into it and see, like, if it is actually feasible. I think it should be. I don't see why not, personally, but there you go. Do that. Jump that down. Yeah, and then just sort of... yeah, do it like that. Oh, I love this tune. What is this tune? Sorry. Yeah, the Extreme FF7? Yeah, it's FF7. I recognise that tune. I was like, I know this tune. I know this tune, motherfuckers. But yeah. Hand press. I might have to do that. I might have to look into that. I don't know. Pins, badges. I don't know. Maybe I should do pins as well. I mean, if badges are easy and cheap to do, pins should be like. I don't do pins make them personally. I'll look for companies that can do it on the cheap, but also have good quality. And I have to like get like I'm gonna export the time lapse first, and I am gonna put. Well, it's already named Nikea Training, so I'm just going to save it on there. I love doing time lapses now. I think time lapses are awesome. Right, since I finished this artwork, guys, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to do some volume 6, volume 1 revamp, or some new concept art? I'm actually going to leave what I'm going to do to you guys. What would you like me to do? Let me know. I can put it to a vote. Actually, let's put it to a vote. Yes, save. Yes, save. Awesome. Let's get a poll up right now on Twitch. Let's get a poll. Let's get a poll. Poll. New poll. What would you like me to do? We're not going to do a 5-minute because we're on a short stream today. So we're going to do a 2-minute vote. Volume 6. Working on volume 6. Working on volume 1 revamp. Yes, I am working on a revamp. Don't worry, your books will not be canonically like gone. It's not changing like any story. It's just upgrading the art and adding extra chapters. So it's like getting a sort of remaster essentially, or more concept art. And start poll. There we go. There you go. What would you like me to do? Vote. But yeah, but just so you guys know, if you own volume 1, do not worry. It will be like digitally as ebooks. If you got volume 1, you'll be getting this for free. And I'm going to try and work with Amazon and Google Play Books to get codes when you got these books, to get them for free once they're done. It's only volumes 1 and 2 are revamping and just sort of like upgrading the artwork, adding some extra stuff like that. So yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at what's going on with the poll so far. Oh, more concept art and more volume 1 revamp. So we might have to flip a coin on this. You guys are fine. So any of you guys that have not voted yet on Twitch, go on over to my Twitch at Vamp.Soul and vote now. At the moment, it is 1-on-1. Fight. JP, dude, and Nobi Bear, fight for my amusement. Which one I'm gonna do? State your cases. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't make you guys like make me choose because of cases. I'll just flip a coin. If not, I'll flip a coin. Or I'll say, I'm making a number like 1 to 2. What would you like me to do? Let's view the results so far. Oh, still 1-on-1. I'm watching the poll live, guys. I'm literally like, look at that bar. It's the final countdown. Have we got a coin nearby, actually? Yes, I do. I've got a penny coin. Here we go. We'll get the coin ready because I've got a feeling it's going to be like, you know. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and results are in. So it's 50-50. So I'm going to say heads. I'm working on volume 1 revamp. On tails, more concept art. On my 1p coin. Hold on, I guess so you can hear it, so I can hear it flick. Oh. Yeah, that didn't work. Right, let's get another penny. Let's try and flick that again because I said that. I actually said it flying across the room. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? 3. Actually, I'm gonna reveal it. I'm gonna reveal it on cam. Here we go. It is. That is a tails, guys. That is a tails. Oh, yeah, there we go. So that is a tails. So that is more concept art. Right, so what concept art should we do? Who haven't I done in some time? Because do you know what? I think we need some Jess concept art. We haven't had much concept art from Jess lately. So let's start anew. Yeah, awesome. We'll do that, and then we're gonna file. We are going to save. We're gonna save as. We're gonna call it. Let's call it This would be if Jess joined the SPD with her mum. This is going to be a what if pick, and I think this is going to be a fun what if pick. So this could be a Jess as an adult, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do Jess as no, we're doing sort of like the training uniform. File. Oh no, time lapse. Record. We want this as a time lapse. We're going to save once more, and then we are going to open some files from volume 5. So volume 5, please. We are going to open the volume 5. Thank you for the nice job. I thought flipping a coin would be fair because it then left it to random chance, so make you guys fight for the death, even though it would be amusing. Fight to the death. Yeah. And TikTok. Is it like maybe if no, like I haven't got much Jess in training gear. Yeah, so we're gonna have to open up volume 5. Yeah, we're gonna have to open up volume 5. I'm looking at this, I'm like, damn, I haven't done this. That's naughty. I've been a naughty boy. That's fine. We'll open up a couple of pages where we get some of the stuff on. Yeah, actually no, because it'd be her normal clothes, so I don't actually need this. Yeah, let's do if Jess joined the SPD, maybe if she was older. Oh no, I can't anymore. I can't cancel it. Shit. Oops. Hey, I'm fucked up. But yeah. Would you guys like to see an older Jess? Like, what would she look like if she joined the SPDD growing up with her mum? What do you think? Because Jess is 13 in the manga now. Well, I say now in the manga, that's where she is at the moment. Oh, she went with her dad, so yeah. To be honest, I might need the reference of the SPD uniform. So there we go. Yeah, we need to get Jess in full sort of gear. Yeah, I think opening that. Yeah, because then you can get like the view. So Jess will probably wear very similar things to between. Well, that's her mother in the sort of like the joggers and that. But I imagine if Jess was older and she joined the SPD, she would probably be wearing very similar to what she used to wear, but very SPD themed. I'll show you like the usual uniforms. I think I just need to show you what the usual uniform looks like. Because obviously they can't actually show like the SPD stuff in real world. Just trying to find, like, there is like a whole view downstairs. There we go. Like, you could like very tiny drawings, but like it'd be very similar to that, but what Jess is wearing. Jesus Christ, how did I draw that tiny? And there's like a Minotaur resting and like keeping a gnome in there. I'm pretty lost all over. Just peeved what I can see on the Ko-fi shop page. What's wrong with the Ko-fi shop page is... Oh, peeped. Oh, you looked at my Ko-fi shop. Yeah. The only things I have at the moment is just my books. Apart from the limited run prints with the what you call it? The mega bundle. Yeah, I need to make more product and put it on there. Because at the moment I've been focused on sales of books at the moment. Okay, yeah, so okay, cool. I'm gonna keep that because I am definitely gonna give her like, but I want to give her like modern day samurai vibes. And I think that's the vibe I want to go for. So let's close that. Let's put that here just so it's not messy. Okay, so this will be, I'm gonna put like what if. Just put what if, maybe like that, and then maybe like, then it'd be like a what if print. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, maybe I should do a series of what if prints. That'd be kind of cool, actually. But yeah, so yeah, I say like if Jess joined the SPD, I think she would rise the ranks quite quickly. However, like, I don't think she will go any further than a sergeant. Like, at the current age she's at, only because her psychic abilities can be dangerous, and obviously she needs to be a bit more disciplined in the field of battle. But yeah, I would say like her path would be a little bit more different than what I've got planned for the story, which I will spoil obviously for you guys. Oh, edit, undo, which sort of, there we go. And I think we're going to place it more in the middle here. So like that. And I want to do something a bit more dynamic. So maybe have her sort of neck sort of doing that. So her body would be like that. So her body would be more in front. So she'd be a bit more, yeah. What if they're on opposing team faction? Sort of like with VGLS, it's sort of like, what if my what ifs would be a bit more like, so if Jess didn't spend time with her dad and spent more time with her mum, and the tragedy might have gone somewhere different, like maybe if you read volume 3, like what if Jasper died during Jess's childhood, like it should have happened in a way, like if they actually followed through protocol and just understood what was going on and knew it had to happen, instead of trying to save her dad, which she spend more time with mum, which means when she grows up she'll probably be with SPD. Or if Rangfang dad didn't hate him so much, like he'd be a lot more North American themed and punk themed like designs. So it'd be sort of like those what ifs. Nakia, like what if actually, you know, Myra not just survived the survived Geminio but actually killed him, which means Nakia wouldn't be like try to be hidden within the normal human world, which means he would know his true lineage in the first place and sort of step up to be the Nightmare King. What would he look like, which stuff like that, and things like that. I would say like big what ifs. What would happen, and I think it'd be fun for you guys to theorize that actually, and I just like maybe do some concept art to accommodate that. But I would personally say if what I said would happen and she grew up with her mum, I think she would definitely like be like, by the time when the manga starts, she'd be an SPD cadet, like 100%. If we do it like that, and then just sort of actually have the sword out like that, and then just have like sort of maybe like an other arm forward, like actually use her psychic abilities, and then just sort of like maybe have a bit more of a sort of like that, yeah. And then maybe have her arm out like that, and the blade could be like sort of like out as well. But yeah, and I think our sword would be looking a lot more different as well. Would she be a bit more disciplined? Maybe. I'd say in her temper, because obviously, like there's no rift, so her temper's not as prominent. But yeah, it's like weird things like that. Like what would actually happen? And like you say, guys, if you want to make your own what if videos for VGLS, feel free to do it, because I like to see people's theories of what might have happened, what could have been, how would you do it, you know what I mean, sort of thing in that way. Like how would you do your what if? But there we go. And then just sort of, I love Ares theme. Ares theme is quite chill, and actually in lo-fi it's actually really good. Like when you listen to it, it's like, actually this is pretty fucking bop. And let's see, so we've got Jess's sort of, I'm actually going to go darker with this because I can't actually see what the fuck I'm doing. So let's do that. Sorry, because I just looked at that and went, hold on, I can't see what I'm doing. That's not good. And I need like the ribcage. Right, guys, in about 19 minutes, I need to get something out. So please give me a few moments when that happens, because I'm kind of keeping an eye on the time right now because of certain things. There we go. And then just sort of, yeah, and then just, there we go. What are you gonna do, man? I don't know. And like I say, Jess, like I say, it's definitely going to be Jess, because I haven't done some Jess artwork in a long time. But this is going to be a what if piece. I'm actually going to put like Vishen Vamp what if, and it's like, what if Jess like went with her mum and everything actually played out like because Jasper didn't mind dying at that point, and he was like, you know what, like I'm going to become dangerous. I don't want to put my family in danger. He was happy to go the way he was. So this would be, if that actually played it out that way, what would then just be more like, how much changes? Like, would she still be Nikaya's childhood friend? Maybe, but I would actually doubt that, because the problem is her mom didn't know Nikaya's side of the family very well, so we would have to come up with another way for Jess to know Nikaya, like personally, so it would be like a strange what if, and then just sort of that's it. Awesome. Yeah, Jess is a bit more, but yeah, it would be probably like Jess would be met a little bit later than the others in the manga, only because like she might be going to a different, I would definitely think she would be going to a completely different school. Her mum would be, because should she be a bit more cadet-y, she'll probably be like go to a bit more militant school, military like sort of style school, because obviously the SPD, you'll be dealing with dangerous creatures. So if she wants to be more like her mother, she would be actually sort of, personally, she would probably go to like that sort of school. She would have to meet Nikaya like outside of the school, if you get what I mean. It's sort of but yeah, well, technically she met him outside school, but they wouldn't spend as much time together, so like, you know what I mean? So it's just be like, I don't think they'd be as BFF-y as I think they would be. And it's like, yeah, true. What you gonna do, man? Sorry, when I just read that note, man, I felt the voice first came to my head was that monster out of what do you call it? Big Mouth? Is it Big Mouth I'm thinking of? Yeah, Big Mouth. Something like that. And actually, yeah, so obviously we want to get the spine there, we want the hips that don't lie and they start to feel the fright. Yeah, so we do that, and then remember this is Jess when she's older as well, so there we go. Then just sort of awesome, and then maybe just sort of there we go. But yeah, and then just sort of do that as well, and then get the eye line between. So this is me at the moment sort of like mapping out the face as well, just see where the eyes would go, stuff like that, awesome. And then obviously what we want to do is now do the arms, so this will be shoulder to elbow, and then just sort of make sure like the arm goes like that, and then awesome, and then just sort of do that. What I'd actually say, like, her weapon would actually, like, even though her weapon would be a sword, I don't think it'd be, like, it'd be Japanesey still, just to obviously remember her father, if this is the route she went down. But it'd be sort of like hybrid. It'd be like a Nagaga. Nagaga? Is that how you spell it? Pronounce it like, it'd be like a sort of hybrid. It'd be like a longsword where you can hold it two-handed, or like a one-handed katana. So it'd be like a 1 to 2-handed katana, which has a bit more of a pole reach to it. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll show it. Once you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So it'd be like sort of like that. You see where the hand is. Obviously, you see where like obviously the handle with the blade, but the handle itself would be longer. That's it. A Nagitata. That's the one. But it wouldn't be like a pole arm. It would just be the handle would be longer, so you could hold it almost like a pole arm. So her weapon would have a bit of a difference to it. Something like that, I would say. Actually, maybe if I did it sideways, did the weapon sideways. So like, you know, how Sephiroth would hold it almost. So we do it like that, and then just sort of, yeah, and then sort of like that, and then like I say, because I'm trying to do it as an adult. So yeah, like that, and maybe like instead of that, maybe the sword could be held sort of like that, with her fingers sort of like going downwards. So you see the side of the blade, and then the handle itself would be like that. So then she can hold it between like sort of like a one hand and a two hand stance, and obviously the handle would be long enough to sort of thrust. So she kind of gets like a bit more of her mother's combative style as well. And then you see like the blade. So the blade would be a little bit longer as well, I would say. Joe, what? I'm moving Jess to the side here as well. And then you can see like, maybe we could do like a pose where her arm should reach sort of like that. But yeah. There we go. And then just sort of, yeah, have the blade sort of like curved like that. So obviously the blade would be a bit more longer than a normal. And I would say actually put a little bit towards that. Actually, this would make kind of cool art, and it'd be like a cool what if artwork. And it'd just be like, sort of like, there we go. Sort of like that. Yeah, I think, hey, KobeBot, thank you so much. Please check out my manga series. You can support me by monthly donation, one-off donation, or you can commission me for stuff. Just, obviously. There we go. Ah, the Naganaki. This has been one of the katanas to... Yeah. Yeah, that's... You know what I'm on about. Awesome. So, yeah, the blade would be a bit more longer, but, yeah, I would say probably a bit more thinner. I'll probably add a little bit of Jasper's old blade look, just to sort of... So, you know, she's like the father's always with her. So it'd be like that, and then just sort of... Yeah. Because then it's got that sort of feel of she's still got a father, that like a father's legacy in that blade. But yeah, I've asked my sister if she can ironically study the blade. That's pretty cool. I have to admit, I find swords really fucking cool. And then maybe like have a little bit of provoke, go, come bring it on. I think Jess would be a lot more boisterous. She would definitely have a calmer temper, but she's boisterous. She likes a good fight, I would imagine. Like, she'd be a lot more carefree with her attitude. We'll maybe sort of do that. Maybe just sort of... Maybe have her arm a little bit like forward, but to the side as well. Sort of like that. And then we get elbow to head. And then sort of like that. Yeah. Because then she's kind of provoking, like going, come on in. And it's like, kind of getting her finger sort of like going. I don't know. That looks a bit awkward. I think we need to get that arm straighter. I think the arm needs to get straighter. Edit, transform. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Oh, edit, undo. Right, that's wrong. We need to get it around here and then just sort of... Yeah, I think that needed to do. So what blade is she studying? Like, is it katana or is it like medieval longswords and stuff like that? Actually, did you know, like, yes, katanas are sharper, but actually, like, when you look into the whole structure of the blade, apparently it's weaker than a longsword, and apparently, like, longsword is actually superior because it's a lot more versatile and a lot more tougher than actual katanas, which is mind-blowing. I know, like, a lot of people who like anime don't want to hear it, but I'm a very big sword nerd, and it's like when I think Shadowversity is the thing that taught me that, and it was like, yeah, I think that would be like more of the, and then it'd be like, get over here, like, come here, sort of like thing, like that. They've worked with the metal and forged it in a way that they could, where they Yeah, exactly. And I think it's sort of like, I think if I remember correctly, like the iron deposits that we had was a lot bigger than theirs. So they had to sort of use a different technique to make the swords or something like that, if I remember correctly. Like, I remember, like, historically, there was actually, like, an actual reason behind why, like, the blades had to be built the way they were, because I remember something like that. It's just like, yeah, actually, I do remember something like that. I think something like that. It was like there wasn't much iron or something, and the iron was a lot more brittle, so they had to do a different forging technique to make, like, the katana. I think that's what I remember. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But yeah, something like that. There we go. And maybe just something a bit more. Obviously, Jess is a bit more bigger boobed. So we need to sort of, that's it. And then just sort of do that. Awesome. Yeah, and then just sort of, there we go, and then awesome. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on the time on my thing, so guys, I might be disappearing for like literally 2 seconds, just to sort something out when it finishes. Okay, so I think we got the body structure done. I'm gonna save that as it is, layer, and then we're gonna go darker. That's gonna fade. I am probably gonna like redo that arm a little bit. But yeah, here we go. Now we're going to do the actual work. And what we're going to do is just sort of build up the features bit by bit. And then just sort of, that's it. And then that's it. And then just look at where the ears are. Just because the ears are going to be hidden because Jess's hair is going to be long still. But yeah, hold on, let's have a look. But yeah, I do know there was something historically like that. Like, they did have to forge their blades differently for some reason. No, you bet. Maybe you could educate us on that. Like, I know a little bit because I saw a documentary on it and they actually explained it why, but I can't remember it from word. But I know it's like, it had to be done differently because there was an actual reason why it had to be done differently. But yeah. And it's like, there we go. And maybe just do the underboob there. And just sort of, people are going to be like, hold on, this is just as an adult. And it's like, oh God, I just realized something. It's like, oh dear. There we go. I don't recall either, but yeah, I think it was like supplies and logistics related. Yeah, I remember like supply wise, like their mines couldn't produce like big old chunks, and it had to be like, you know, they had to do like a specialized way of doing it. And that's why like katanas have their sort of unique sort of thing. And apparently it took like a lot of things to do just to sort of get a decent katana going. I know that much, historically speaking. And then just sort of, though katanas are fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. Katanas have the raw of cool factor on their side. There we go. And then just get the rubber and just sort of, there we go. And then just maybe just do that. And then do that, and then get the sort of, there we go. And then get the wrist. And then, awesome. And then Jess's hand would be like this. Because obviously, because she's a half vampire, she can wield it sort of one-handedly. So she can have like sort of like a good grip on the blade. And then just sort of, that's it. And then have like the handle sort of, I think the handle should be straight, like definitely. And then just have it like a sort of, that's it. And then obviously we have like the handle of the blade as well. And then just sort of, and like I say, her blade would definitely be a lot different. So we need to sort of do that. Do a sketch curve of the blade so that we can just get an accurate blade. And her sword would definitely reminisce of her, like I say, if another thing happened in Volume 3. Right, guys, I am going to be right back in about 2 minutes. Just give me a couple minutes. Just need to sort out something before I come back. Feel free. I'll be back. Here you go. Right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I had to sort of sort out something for the wife because she's got work tomorrow, so I couldn't leave it. I had to hang up her apron for work tomorroh. So yeah, there we go. And then just sort of do the blade. Actually, if I do the template for the blade first, just do it like that, and just make sure the curve goes back up, sort of thing. That's like, yeah, just make sure like the bow of the blade is quite long. Actually, I need to look at that. Looked a bit wrong. I think what I need to look at is actually the katana itself, because this is what I mean. Because the blades aren't straight, it's kind of hard for me to do the katana. So katana blade. Let's have a look at the actual blade, because an actual true katana actually has like a weird bend to it, and I need to sort of get that sort of look in my head. Except I just need it sort of curved. Can I have a side viewed? There we go. Yeah, so that it starts out a little bit straight, but it kind of bends in the middle. That's what we want to do. Okay, cool. So maybe do that, and then maybe just sort of. Actually, I could do this, and then just sort of. Yeah, so that would be how we would do it, and then I can use that as a guideline for the actual blade itself. So just sort of like that, and then just sort of same here, just bow it, and then just sort of, yeah. So I want to make the blade thin, and then what I can do is sort of add Jasper's thing on the blade afterwards, and then just sort of, that's it. And then you got that sort of curve going on, but it's sort of like it looks straight at the same time, but it's not, sort of thing. There we go. Awesome. You know, sometimes you have to kind of like, hold on a minute, let's fix this here. We need to fix something, guys. Anyways, guys, if you are watching all this, please give me a follow and a like and a sub and all that fun stuff to keep up with all my stuff here, and the D&D stuff if you wish to. Okay, so let's do this, and then just do niblets at the end. There we go, awesome. And then do the body, and then just sort of, and then same here. Just have one leg sort of that, and then, yeah, I know it looks like I'm doing nudes, but it's not. It's literally, this is just get the body shape of the characters. No naughty stuff, guys, because you're gonna have to throw you all in horny jail. To be honest, you'd be probably baiting me. He's like, I was made in the horny jail. I was formed in the horny jail. There we go. Awesome. Now we can actually sort of actually have a bit of a cocky smirk on her face. Sort of like that. And then just sort of get the rubber. And just sort of, that's it. then sort of, because this is going to be like an older Jess, so we need to sort of get our eyes a little bit more narrowed instead of higher, sort of like that. But then just sort of, there we go. No, maybe actually sort of, there we go. And then get the hair sort of like that. The hair would be sort of the same actually. It'd be a lot longer, be like her mother's. Sort of like that, and then... So actually, her hair would be very, very Sephiroth-y, actually. And then it like be part of her clothes that she has, and then like... There we go. And then just sort of... Right, her face is a little too chubby. I have noticed that. I've given her like a super chubby face, which I should not have done. So I've just realized, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to sort of correct that a little bit. Her face was a little too chubby. I just realized that her face is not like that. Yeah, so if we do it like that, and then just sort of awesome. And then just get her hair done sort of like so. And then just sort of, yeah, that's it. Actually, I'm actually gonna do like things there. Awesome. And then just sort of do it like that. And then, oh, I don't know. I think, yeah, I think actually do it like that. Do it like that, and then just sort of sit. And then, I don't think she'll have her hair braided like her mother's. Well, not like braided, but like sort of like she normally has like bits at the end. Maybe at the back of her hair, maybe. And then just sort of, that's it. And then she'll have it quite long, I think, like very Sephiroth-y sort of hair. So like that. Then actually maybe a little bit of a smirk. Like that, and then you can see like a toothy grin. Yeah, that's it. And then just sort of... Actually, because that's kind of too neutral, I think we need to kind of make her sort of like, you know, sort of like little shit her up a little bit. So like that. And then... There we go. And then sort of have her sort of... There we go. And then, yeah, awesome. I think that little bit is a little too big. However, we're just going to smooth that out a little bit and sort of tidy up her face a little bit. Guys, I hope you've been enjoying the stream. Oh, by the way, guys, is there any art streamers you want to recommend? Feel free to obviously comment down below. I would love to know if there's any new art streamers you'd love me to raid and have a chat and a natter with while I do this. And then just sort of, yeah. I'm definitely gonna go for like a similar design with her a bit more like, you know, matured. Yeah, I definitely think she'll go for a t-shirt vibe. I think her jacket would be a lot longer though. I think it's kind of, she will kind of represent her father a little bit more. Like, obviously, because obviously he's passed, she mourns, and it's like, and she'll be a bit more armored up, and I think she will probably wear like something a bit more like combat shorts or something. So sort of like, yeah. Actually, yeah, I think actually that would be the thing to do. I think her would be, yeah, she would wear like a long ass jacket version of what she was now, and then we could just sort of do that, and then do like that. Awesome. And she'll be a lot more practical wear, so she won't have like the long wizard sleeve thing. She'll have a bit more armor around the arms, so her arms will be actually covered. And then just sort of, yeah, there we go. And sort of like have a little bit more cover around the arms. And she'll actually sort of like, so it'd be sleeveless. Yeah, I think she'll be sleeveless. And then just have like the shirt, and then her bare arm will show. And then, yeah, and then you have the armor, and then she can have the hand covers. And then, sort of, that's it. And then she kind of would sort of be a jacket would, yeah, so it'd be like more like this. Yeah, awesome. And then a jacket would be sort of like that. So yeah, she'll have a bit more of a sort of like that. Yeah. So she would have definitely like a bit more of a sort of like long jacket, and it kind of goes around her, sort of like that. And then I try to like think of how like design wise she would work, you know, sort of like combat look. Just thinking. So yeah, she'll be like long jacket, definitely SPD style, sort of like a, maybe instead of having it around the chest like most others would have it, she would have it more like here, and it'd be like more like a belt. So I'd say actually, yeah, have it like a sort of slanted side belt, and then she would have probably like shorts here and then like armored legs. So she would probably like say go for utility and sort of like simpleness. She wouldn't go for a skirt. And we'll go like maybe like a armored samurai top here, maybe, I don't know. I'll decide on that later. But for now, obviously she's sleeveless. So we want to go for that, and then obviously the top arm bit will be armored, so she'll be like wearing protection here, sort of like that. And then again, it'd be like the protection around there. She'll have a fully armored, because that's where she probably will block most of the time. She'll probably use her arms just to block the blade. So this would be like where she would probably take brunt of her attacks from. I would probably say I would say probably like the shirt itself would be probably Kevlar, and then just put like maybe like an SBDD top like that there. Yeah, I think it would be like a shirt, like a low crop shirt. There we go. Yep, that'd be cool. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think I've pretty much got her that design, because it is literally a, and then maybe have like the knee pads here just to sort of protect her legs. Yep, and then have like the SBT sort of cross thing there, like they normally have. Yeah, I think that'd be it. Sorry, my brain's like, you know when it's like ticking over. There we go. And then maybe just sort of, yeah. And then it's sort of like a long version of her father's. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. And then just sort of have like the armor plates here, and then maybe have like a secondary layer as well, just sort of like overlaps. And then you've got like a sort of several layer sort of armor, shoulder armor. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Okay, I think I've got what I needed, so we can get rid of that now mostly. So yeah, so layer, new raster layer, and then we can get the pen out, and then just file, save. Right, first off, I am going to change this resolution. Yeah, it's in 300, that's fine. As long as it's 300, it's fine. I can work with that. And then just sort of, yeah, maybe have a sort of like make my day punk look on her face. Like, yeah, go on, do it. Let's see what happens. And maybe, and I would say she'd probably be a bit more like, there we go. So she has like a pride of a warrior. Even though she is a bit of a warrior herself, like I think she'll have a lot more sort of pride in what she does. And then just sort of, there we go. Like that, and then there we go, awesome. then just sort of there we go, and then I. And just sort of edit undo. And then just sort of, and then just have a little vampire tooth there. Oops, sorry, edit undo. Just maybe just sort of. There we go. Lip lip thing done. I had to look at her lip thing. It's like, yeah, we need to sort that out a little bit more proper. And there we go. Awesome. I think we're getting there. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there, slowly but surely. And then just sort of do that. And then like so. And then just sort of, yeah, that's it. And then just do that. And then, yeah, that's it. And what I might do is do some like eyeliner shadow, because I think older Jess, with spend more time with my mum, she'd probably more embrace her girly side a little bit more, but more like a kick-ass warrior girly side. So she'd probably use some like warrior like eyeliner makeup sort of thing, like eyeshadow. I mean, like sort of like the. I think that's what she would look like. Like I say, this is like an alternative Jess, so she'll be a lot more like definitely a kick-ass type. She'll kick a lot of people's asses. Just sort of. There we go. And then there we go. Awesome. And then just sort of there we go. Awesome. There we go. Because the thing is, like with Jess, the reason why she has her hair like not as long as this is because she kind of tries to not to relate to her mum as much as possible. That was also the reason behind her like design choices. Like, yeah, some of it looks similar to her mother's, but she kind of tries to psychologically distance herself because of like the trauma of the past with them two like having a major argument. But like deep down she still cares, and that's why like some of her design elements are like similar. So yeah. Oh, we are going to snooze that break because I'm not being funny. We're definitely not. Yeah, we're definitely going to be like raiding soon, so there's definitely no point in that. Just sort of. There we go. Just sort of. You know what? I am going to braid one of her hair bits actually. It is going to be her side hair. I think she would have some similarities, more similarities with Mum on this one. Because obviously she would, in this sort of like what if scenario, she'll be a lot closer to her mother, so she would definitely have a sort of, just sort of, yeah, just a bit more. And like I say, this Jess would definitely be a hell of a lot more confident as a person. I wouldn't say she self-doubts, it's just more of, she's very emotional, bit of emotional baggage. But within this timeline, it's sort of like, yeah, Jasper's death happened. If that's a major changing point for her life, but she had her mum to support her and stuff. They knew it had to be done. They know there was no cure for him, so she would have a lot of closure in this respect. So she'd be a hell of a lot more confident than she is. She'll probably still have like mourning loss and stuff like that, but and wonder what if, you know, if they could save his dad, what he'd be like, sort of thing. But overall, I think she'd be a lot more put together as a person, and definitely a lot more not prone to sort of like, you know, temper issues, because, you know, she deep down she has a lot of anger and resentment, if you get what I mean. Yeah, this is like a definitely like maybe like one of her better timelines, but she'll be meeting like the main character Nikkei a lot later on, because, you know, even though she met Nikkei outside of school and stuff like that, like without that Jasper connection to the Vamp family, they wouldn't really know or talk to each other till a later date. So personally, like this would be like, they'll probably meet Jess when she's a lot older. But yeah, Like, personally, in my head, that's what would happen. That's a major what if, which means, like, she wouldn't be one of the major players in VTLS in this what if timeline. So, yeah. But yeah, that's personally, like, you know, my head canon. Which means actually a lot of like consequences would happen because of that. Because if Jess wasn't there, there'll be a few things during the Bounty Hunter arc is like would be a lot more prevalent. Like, you know, Hex Axe wouldn't be beaten, which means he could assist MK2, or someone else would have to fight Hex Axe, not as an effective degree. You know, because it's like, yeah. Like, that fight might not even be winnable without Jess. Because of what happened. Actually, yeah, that would be the big difference there. It would be like, that would be a huge, like, determining factor in this. And even I was thinking about, like, oh shit, yeah, a lot would change in VTLS if Jess had to come into the story later. Like, when you really think about it. It's just weird. Holy shit, yeah, that is like... Ooh, edit undo, I would say... Back to editing layout and just do this. Go above this, because that's probably what's caused half the problems. There we go. You get the rubber and just sort of clean up the edges a little bit of that line work here. Edit undo, just sort of don't want to just take over it. Just want to just tidy up just a smidge. And just sort of, that's it. Edit and then just sort of clean up. By the way, guys, if you want me to raid a Pacific art streamer, let me know. I would love to sort of give him love and support. So go, tell me who you want me to raid. Then you get the pen and just sort of, there we go. And then just sort of, there we go. Do that. Do that. Ooh, that eye's not done well. I might have to redo that whole eye. So I've looked at that, and I think we're going to have to redo that at another point. We'll just quickly redo it, actually. I'm going to quickly redo this eye. Because that eye was not good at all. Because when I looked at that eye, I was like, hold on a minute. That didn't look very good. Yeah, actually... doing a bit more of a squint, maybe. Just sort of like make it look a bit more dynamic. So like that. Yeah. And then just sort of... there we go. More like so. And then, so we'll see how that looks. Because I think that did look pretty dodgy. Do that. And then just sort of... there we go. So, you know, right when you look at it, so you go, yeah, that needs fixing. Just sort of clean up that bit of it. Just clean up the eye bits a little bit, like so. Like that. And then... there we go. And then just sort of... maybe just do that a little bit more. There we go. And then just get the rubber and just sort of tidy it up a little bit. Give that like a little bit more of a pronunciation. Just get rid of that a little bit. Maybe just sort of, that's it. Just get a little bit more pronunciation out of her eye. But yeah, this is, I think this will be a good what if Jess. And I think she'll probably dye her hair a little bit as well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't. I don't know, like, I bet, like, this is one of those things, like, the what if looks, like, I would have to make my mind up a lot of way. There we go. And then, that doesn't look that great. I don't like the way that looks. There we go. Awesome. So one would be, like, a bit more, yeah. Did it undo? Maybe it's because the way how high that is. And maybe get the rubber and just sort of... we'll clean up. I think we've got to sort that out next week. So we're going to just file save this one. Anyways, guys, look after yourselves. Let's find somebody to raid. Let's see who is on right now, who's worthy of stealing tea. Who's doing art right now? We are going to jump on this one, because this person's actually quite lovely, and definitely recommend this artist. So let's jump on and steal their tea. Anyways, guys, this is James Vamp Lost Soul. Truce. Hey, Moshi! You just came at the tail end of this stream and we're just about to raid. How you been? Oh, bye-bye. Sorry, Moshi. I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Hope you look after yourselves. Give this artist a follow, please. Absolutely wonderful person they are. Laters. Bye.